from which city we proudly originate. Here is the cast of L.A. Story, right here. See, you keep saying I don't know any celebrities.
Now,
looky here.
Bill.
Somebody's sitting on my notes.
Bill, are we supposed to wear these?
Yes, wear that. Because you
has my name on it.
Because you can't be too sure. I tell you.
Excellent. Kind of like Pete Williams now.
You have one on the back of yours if you want it.
All right, it's quiz time. I don't need my cards now. Thank you.
I feel like a Shriner.
Richard, you got to show him Richard. This is the kind of talk show guest you want to have right here.
He just takes it off to say yes and no.
Well, reading from left to right, Brian. First question: where was Steve Martin born? You win a black and white autographed picture of me. If you can get this right.
If you can guess where it is?
Do you know where he was born? Tell me where he was born. Los Angeles? Boop. Can you take it? Huh? Toronto? No. Do you know where he was born? Hang on, you don't know where he was born. Guys your age know nothing.
Garden Grove, California.
No, that's where he was raised. You know where he was born?
This could go on the whole hour?
Yeah.
He was born in Waco, Texas?
Waco, Texas, yes.
Victoria Tennant, his beloved wife, was born where? In England. All right, don't show off so much. Here, huh? You know where?
I worked with him. I saw him.
You worked with me where?
You don't remember in Vegas when you were in Vegas at one time. I was a showroom cashier.
You were a what?
Oh, forget it. The showroom cashier.
I see. So.
Oh, yeah!
All the pit bosses have one.
I remember the showroom cashier from 15 years ago.
I'm making you one.
What is that?
What is this?
Forget it.
You're making. What are you making?
You want me to say it? I'm an actor. In front of the whole audience?
Yeah, go ahead.
A pecker cover.
Yeah. Would Steve know what that is? Yes.
Marvelous.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And what did you do after you were a showroom cashier?
Do I look like a hooker? Give me a quarter and a one change. What are you kidding?
Listen.
Yeah. Can you?
Fabulous.
I'm not, Phil. I'm not being paranoid, but can you put a railing up here?
Oh, I'm so glad you got over your shyness. Where in England, Victoria?
London.
London.
Mm-hmm.
Why not London? And Marilu Henner. Well, what is not to love about this?
Thank you.
Yeah. In this movie, Steve Martin, the beginning of the movie, he loves Marilu. She's so L.A. I mean, darling, white wine, Brie Chablis, the modern art, and all of that, if you know what I mean. A little bit.
I'm an LA princess, totally. But
yeah.
but really like more from the Midwest who comes to LA and becomes like the LA woman.
Now, how do you suppose Brother Steve falls in love, or at least comes to, how shall we say this, comes to be familiar with Sarah Jessica Parker? He likes the way she what? The way she what?
Drove the car.
Oh, drove the car. No, here is the ultimate way to meet. If you're single, here's the first lesson on how to meet a girl. Watch this from LA Story.
Your pants. Do you want me to mark them for you?
Oh, I don't know. Are these the same price as these other ones?
Nope, these are a little bit more.
How do I look in these?
You look fabulous in these.
Okay, mark them.
Okay. You have to stand up straight or they won't be right.
Right.
Do you like a break in them?
A little.
Not like that?
That's fine. Nice.
Okay.
When can I pick these up?
Just about any time you want.
But who's he fall in love with by the time, toward the end of the picture, who's the real girl for him? Victoria. From out of the sky, she drops into his life. The woman he's been looking for all his life, a woman who used to be used to be married to Richard Grant. So you got something good going here. You loved the movie and you had a good time.
I did, yeah. Fabulous.
Where were you born?
I was born in Embaban, Swaziland, in Africa. Limpopo.
In what, huh?
Limpopo.
I see. All we got to do now is spell that. That's your next question.
Really?
Well, talk to us here, Steve. You wrote this story, and don't forget it. L.A. story.
Yes, it's a movie I've lived here all my life, so I have a catalog of experiences and people I've met and gags and problems, and I just put them all into this movie, and it's a kind of a romantic love story set against the comedy of L.A.
And a love story on top of this wackiness.
Yes.
That...
You know, and also there's scenes in the movie that represent a kind of hyperbole of what it's like to live in Los Angeles. For example, in order to get into a fancy restaurant, they have to investigate my entire financial status. They have to know what I earn a living. I have to go down to the bank and meet with the bankers, and they have to ask me what I would order if I happened to get a reservation to see if I could afford it.
Yes. Whose hand did I see back here? Yes. Of course, you're over there on Geraldo. I'll get you in just a second here.
Geez, I was wondering how long you did stand-up comedy.
I did it for about 15 years.
And did you know the last time you walked off the stage in front of 20,000 people that this was it?
Yeah, I did.
Because you felt you had been as funny as you were going to be in a monologue situation, or you just didn't want to do it anymore?
It's kind of complicated, but I had done it for so long, and I started at the real bottom. I performed for no one. I did shows for no one. There was a club in San Francisco that had a window to the street, and the only way you could get people to come in was if they looked in and saw something going on. Now, most of the acts were music acts, so they could just start singing with no one in the audience. But I was a comedian. I had to go on for no one. So people walk by and look and go, oh, there's an act, and then they'd come in expecting to see an audience, and it would just be me and them. I would have to sit down.
Right. But I know you're asked about this a lot, and you'll bear up one more time.
Okay.
I admire, you know, when you can remember how hot you were doing stand-up for 20,000 people and sometimes more. A tremendous testament to your, how shall we say, comedic genius.
Stupidity?
No, the point is, and your albums, the kind you listen to, sold millions. And you said, good night, I'm going to do movies.
Well, part of it was artistic and part of it was practical, because I knew this kind of success couldn't go on forever. And I knew in the movies, you have a longevity, you get to do more, have a more career with more variety. And you don't have to work so much. You can do a movie a year and or every 2 years, and people still remember who you are, whereas in comedy, you got to be on their mind all the time.
Well, Victoria, you've successfully, both of you, stayed off television together, and I think I know some other couples that don't want to necessarily go on because people want to know if he snores and all that stuff. You met on the set of My Blue Heaven.
No,
No,
all of me.
All of me, sorry.
We did meet on the set of My Blue Heaven also, though.
Oh, good. Well, then we'll leave that in. We won't take it out. I'm sorry?
I said that was 7 years later.
7 years later when you had your, as we might say, serious encounter.
No, we were joking.
Oh.
We met on All of Me.
I see.
This is why I don't do stand-up anymore, because of guys like you.
I know that. Well, put your sign back on so I know who you are. I'm getting very confused. And then you dated for a couple years and married. That simple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is really moving along, Steve.
Well, I don't know what else to say. Yeah, we did.
And Marilu, they say he's a quiet
We met
man.
on the set of All of Me, got married about 2 years later.
In Rome.
He's serious, Sam, when he's off camera, getting shots ready and so on. He doesn't.
He's a good poker player. We played a lot of poker and boggle. And
Yeah.
you stole me $32.
Hey, really?
I don't want to say anything. That's okay.
And
That's
I
right.
heard you-
I owe you for this job,
Okay.
so it's okay. Yeah, is very shy and sort of reserved, but very funny and very open and yeah. No, you've heard people say that about you.
Yeah,
right?
they're wrong.
They're wrong, right? No, you know.
Marilu, did you get your stunning beauty from your mother or your father?
A little of both. No, thank you very much for the compliment. I'm totally thrown now. I never had to answer a question like that before. I worked very hard at it, okay? I was an ugly kid. And it's like Mr. Ed is a little girl, like a lot of teeth. So, but I look a little bit like both of them. I got to like the mutt level in my family because I was one of 6. Thank you.
I saw your movie last night. It was great. I had a lot of fun. And Steve,
Now, does that mean that all those people who clapped saw the movie, or are you just sort of going?
they're just glad I did. Steve, I know you have a gallery in the LA Art Museum. I wondered if you considered putting that in the background when you were skating by.
Oh, no. What you mean is I donated some money once to the Los Angeles County Museum, and for that honor, they put your name in a gallery, and they say the Steve Martin Gallery. It's sort of like, it's show business. It's publicity. I mean,
Yes.
How did you choose your cast for your movie?
well,
You might start with Richard here. You found him in Africa.
well, yeah.
Swaddled in clothes.
I was down there on a safari. Well, Richard is actually quite a well-known actor, especially in Europe. He's done some major film roles. One of the biggest was With Nail and I and How to Get Ahead in Advertising. And also he was in Henry and June and Mountains of the Moon. And we felt we were really lucky to get him because this guy is a great, serious actor. And we made a few well-placed phone calls. We offered him $50, and he said, how can I get that?
Guess who's from Nelsonville, Ohio, and raised in Cincinnati? That's important to us. Having
I grew up
been
watching
raised
you on
there
Dayton.
myself, huh?
We used to watch you out of Dayton.
Uh-huh. Several hundred years ago.
Yeah. When I was young.
I'm sure. Well, Sarah Jessica, you are wonderful in this film.
Thanks.
And it looks like old Steve's got another hit here. And I won't say what you're going to do next because I imagine it's rather hard to concentrate on anything else right now.
Yeah, we're still flying high. The movie did very well over the weekend, and we were pretty excited.
Let me, speaking of art, here is a memorable scene from L.A. Story, as only Mr. Martin could write it and bring it off. Watch this, L.A. Story.
I like the relationships. I mean, each character has his own story. I mean, Puppy is a bit too much, but you have to overlook things like that in these kind of paintings. But the way he's holding her, it's almost filthy. I mean, he's about to kiss her, and she's pulling away. The way his leg is sort of smashed up against her. Look how he's painted the blouse, sort of translucent. You can just make out her breast underneath, and it's, you know, sort of touching him about here. It's really pretty torrid, don't you think? Then, of course, you have the onlookers peeking at them from behind the doorway like they're all shocked. They wish. Yeah, I must admit, when I see a painting like this, I get emotionally erect.
Do you use a word processor when you write this?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, a scene like that is really about, you know, on one hand, it's kind of a joke, but on the other hand, it's a scene about a guy trying to impress a girl by showing off a little bit, by having a double meaning to what he's saying, and the other three people who are watching are wondering, why is he doing this? And it's really just to sort of make the girl go, sit up and notice.
Do you read your stuff to Victoria and say, is this funny?
Yeah. Yeah, I always finish a draft. I give it to her. I get notes. I give it to my producer. And
now, as a person raised in London, I mean, you know, she doesn't throw pies, you know. Does she fall down? Or how do you know if it's any good?
Well, remember, London is the home of Monty Python.
Well, that's true. That's the exception.
So they are not without humor.
No.
Thank you, honey.
Thank you, darling, she's saying. Thank you. This is the cast of L.A. Story, now playing your local theater, and we'll be black.
We'll be black?
Well, we will be black, too.
You know, you've been watching Oprah too much.
Yeah. And we'll be back with Steve Martin and company in just a moment. Yes, thanks.
I want to ask Steve a question. My son wants to be a comedy writer like yourself, and I read at 22 you already had a job, I think it was the Smothers Brothers.
Well, I was very lucky.
How do you get...
Be lucky. That's my advice to everyone. No, I was a young... I was in college, and I had written some things for a creative writing class, and I happened to know someone on the show, and I gave them my material, and they called. They happened to be looking for young writers because it was 1968, and they wanted young. For some reason, that was very hip to be young. So that's how I got the job. Still is, I guess.
Yes, it is. Question for Mr. Martin.
Sure.
How can you say stand-up comedy doesn't last forever? George Burns, Bob Hope.
Oh, well, easy. I was wrong.
Hi, I'd like to direct my question to, I believe, Jessica?
Sarah Jessica.
Sarah Jessica, whatever happened to that lovely, lovely situation program that you were on, A Year in the Life?
It was canceled. I tend to do shows that are on for about a year. They do really well critically, win a couple Emmys, and then they're canceled. But I'm glad you watched it. I'm glad you liked it. It's nice to hear. Thanks.
I have a question for Steve Martin. Was the transition hard from stand-up to motion pictures?
Well, yes, because I thought it was a natural. I thought, well, I've been performing for 15 years. I'm used to, I know what comedy is, and I got out there, and it's quite different, and you really have to learn something new. It's like learning something all over again. Still learning.
Hi, this is for Sarah. I watched you at Square Pegs and all your other shows and Equal Justice, and I just wanted to know what do you prefer doing, movies or TV shows?
Gosh, I try not to compare them. I think that I like doing good work, and I've been really lucky. I've worked with terrific people, so I'll go where the good work is. I don't really delineate. One isn't better.
Yes. Hi, my question's for Victoria. Steve played such a great dad in Parenthood. Do you two have any plans for the future for starting a family?
Yeah, that's what I want to know, too.
Oh, I
The way it works is they ask a question and then you answer it.
This is going to look great on the transcript of our program.
A shrug.
This is probably why. This is why you don't go out all together on pub talk shows with each other. You don't want to answer these questions. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
I had a great pleasure watching you at 3 o'clock in the morning making the film at LAX. I work for the airline.
Oh, yeah.
And is it hard filming 3 o'clock in the morning, and do you give your wife any tips on acting?
Well, it wasn't for me because I wasn't there at 3 o'clock in the morning. I never shot at LAX, but you did. It is hard. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I give myself lots of tips on acting.
Uh-huh. Yes. Yes.
I just want to say, Steve Martin, I love you, and I've seen almost all your movies.
Well, I love you, and I've seen all of yours.
And I can't wait to see LA Story, but I was wondering if there's any plans for Parenthood 2.
No plans for Parenthood 2. I don't know why, but they're smarter than we are, I think.
Yes.
This is for Marilu. I really liked you in Taxi. I'm looking forward to this movie, but I'm just wondering, do you miss that and doing that and working with Danny DeVito and all that?
I used to love that show. Oh, it was a great experience. It was incredible experience working with all those guys, and we all get to see each other, and we're doing this thing at the Museum of Broadcasting out here on March 7th. That's, you know, big tribute and everything else, and we all keep up with each other socially. But I'm doing another sitcom, so I have that kind of life, but I do miss the guys.
This is for Marilu, too. I love your new show, Evening Shade. It's great.
Thanks.
How do you like working with Burt Reynolds?
Well, it's only fair that I answer this question, because the first question they asked the Evening Shade cast was, I just saw LA Story, and I loved LA Story, and what do you think about, what is it like working with Steve Martin? So it's fair that it's equal time. It's wonderful. Burt's very open and very creative. Like Steve, fun to ad-lib with. And
am I fun to ad-lib with?
Oh, the best. Incredible to ad-lib with. Don't you think so?
Oh,
Did
yeah.
we have a great time ad-libbing? We were
Marilu ad-libbed half her lines. The whole thing, I don't know, for those of you who've seen the movie, she ad-libbed something about when you're getting ready to go out, you should only have 7 points on, and your earrings count for 2 points, and if you have a flower, that's a point, and a big button counts for a point, and a belt. And when you go out, you should always spin around, look at yourself in the mirror, and the first thing that catches your eye, take it off. She made this all up during the shooting.
Here is the scene about which you speak.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
From LA Story. She's getting ready, and guess who isn't ready? Watch this. Yeah.
We're late, aren't we?
It's only 1 o'clock.
That's what time we're supposed to be there. You know, it's my mistake. If I say lunch is at 1, then I figure if I get here at 12:40, we'll get there in plenty of time, which is fine. But what I don't count on is the 20 minutes of abstract busyness that goes on after I get here.
I'm doing 30-minute lips. Besides, they can wait. It's not going to kill them.
You know what I can't figure out is that you look ready. I mean, you look so ready that I get ready. And I get up and I stand by the door and I get out my keys. And then after I stand there about 10 minutes, I realize you weren't ready at all. So I sit back down. Then I get another feeling that you're ready, and I get up and I straighten my clothes, and then I realize you just gave off an illusion of being ready that I interpreted as not being an illusion. I'll be in the car.
My question is for Richard. How did you get your start?
How did I get my start? I grew up in a town that had no cinema or television or anything, and I got some puppets, just some string puppets, and that's how I started. And
You got some
there was
what? String puppets?
some string puppets. Yep.
Really?
Yes. What did you do with them? I played with them.
At least he
In
was
my
an
room.
audience of one.
Yes. There was an amateur theatre company in Swaziland, and you could go and do plays and things there, and that's how I got started. But I'm the only actor that's ever come from Swaziland, believe me.
And yes, well, yeah, some latter-day Daryl Zanuck didn't discover you. How do you get from Swaziland to Hollywood?
You save up all your money, and you go to England, and you scrounge around on what relatives are still alive, most of whom were Herr Gaga. And then I worked as a waiter, and then I got small parts, and I did what, every person does. I didn't sleep with anybody, though. I haven't had to do that yet.
Yeah. Well, we're grateful. So you actually you put all your money in a paper bag and went to London for the purpose of being an actor.
That's right.
And you worked the West End? Did you do theater?
Yes, I have. Shakespeare,
right.
all those things.
And then the big transition, not to say this is ultimate here, we don't want to be chauvinistic about it. We steal an awful lot from the home of our mother tongue, England, but we're also proud of our own cinema here. How'd you do this? I mean, did you have a job before you came here?
Yes, I did.
What was that?
I'd been working in a movie called How to Get Ahead in Advertising that Steve had seen.
I see.
About a man who grows a boil that talks on his neck.
Yes.
So I played a man and the boil.
I see.
And I think he thought this was a good audition to come and play somebody from Los Angeles.
Yes.
Or an Englishman in Los Angeles.
And did that play in Swaziland?
It did. It did. They finally got a cinema, but the movies play there for 3 days, so if you like it, you've got to go and see it.
Oh, I see. It's in and out.
Times.
Even if it's good, it's gone.
Oh, it doesn't matter what it is.
Right.
Swaziland's box office doesn't affect anybody else's revenue.
Right. There's a reason we don't air over there, I'll tell you. Yes.
Hi, Steve. You mentioned you went to college. I'd like to know where you went. Did you graduate, and what was your major?
I went to Long Beach State College, which is now called... I went to UCLA also. I majored in philosophy, no applause. And I did not graduate because I got a job writing for the Smothers Brothers, and I decided this is what I wanted to do, so I left.
And you did work at Disneyland, did you?
Yes, I did. I did everything possible. I sold guidebooks when I was 10. I sold trick ropes. I stood in Frontierland and I can still do it today, twirl ropes and do tricks with them. I was a warehouse boy. I still sold magic tricks.
But you were in a theatrical production of some kind
at Knott's Berry Farm. And then I moved over to Knott's Berry Farm and did a play 4 times a day for 3 years. And in that situation, I also played to nobody. We had full houses, we had empty houses, and I think I got my real training there. It was a kind of theater where, you know, it was a tent, and it kind of looked like a building, but it wasn't really, it was a tent. And on an empty day, where there's maybe 5 people in the audience, you could hear the owner urinating in the back in the bathroom. And we'd be out there going, darling,
Now, this was not an arena in which you could exercise any kind of, shall we say, creative talent.
Oh, yeah. Oh no, comedy. After we did the play, then I got to go out and do 5 minutes, like a magic act or stand up or play the banjo, and that's really where I got my training.
But you went from there to philosophy. So you must not have thought of yourself as a, didn't you?
Yeah, I was doing that while going to college. So it was a split there, but I eventually realized what I wanted to do. It would be an idiot.
Hi, Steve. I just want to say I'm a big fan of yours. And,
Thank you.
You were one of the few entertainers that have gone over to the Persian Gulf, and I'm wondering what your impression was of that situation, having to do entertainment for them.
Well, my wife also went with me, and
excuse me, let me just let you gab here, and I want to show you this tape. We found this in the NBC News.
Okay.
This is unedited, and yeah, well, let him talk over
it's
this.
The only thing out of the Gulf that isn't edited.
I tell you, that's a fact.
You know, we left New York. We found ourselves out in the desert. If you look, that's the desert. We were on the front lines, and we would find this kind of situation. I would go up and tell a few. My God, I don't remember this.
It's an imposter.
Tell a few jokes and go around and basically shake hands and take photographs and sign autographs.
I told you it was unedited.
Yeah. They would have cut this part out if it had been.
You do finally get to say, let's hear this thing.
I'm showing them my sock, which I'm wearing today, as a matter of fact.
Same socks.
And you can see there's no microphones.
You
do get a few in here. Hang on a minute.
Appreciate it. And in appreciation, we'd like to give you an official Speed and Fire T-shirt.
It's a T-shirt they get.
T-shirt.
I'll wear this tomorrow. This isn't an amplified mic, is it? This is my wife, Victoria. We're thinking of putting up a condo here. And just making an investment. Just want to see how it is. It's pretty nice out here. Yeah. And the pool is on the other side, right? Great. Well, you look great, and we're having a great time seeing you guys. We appreciate what you're doing.
Nice of you.
Thank you.
You went because I've read that you said
hey, you're a guy in an air-conditioned house, you're thinking about these guys, and why not go over and say hi? I assume, you know, a full-blown stand-up was not possible. And
well, it was not possible because, as you see, each situation we got to was completely different. A lot of places had no microphones. We didn't know if we were going to meet 10 guys or, like that, 200. And, you know, it was always set up to go over as a handshaking tour because they didn't know what they were going to find. So that was our premise.
And we were on the front lines, you know, I mean, these are men who lived out of plastic packets for their meal. I mean, the idea of a stage and a microphone was ludicrous.
Sure. And you now have more than, you've got now, we hope we all have a very personal interest in the war, but having been there, you must be reading this.
It's very eerie, because it's the first war I've ever understood the geography. I mean, just being there makes you really understand where every place is.
And we'll be back to Los Angeles with the cast of L.A. Story in just a minute.
Winter vacation.
All right, next quiz. Quiz time. Steve, where did Steve Martin go to high school?
Rancho Alamitas and Garden Grove.
How do you know that?
How'd you know?
He was in my freshman and sophomore class.
I was? Were we in the same...
Mr. Jackman's science class. I wore the arrow. And
Wow.
where's Morris Walker now?
Morris he was a high school friend of mine. He's in back in California, but he's been all over. He's been in Hawaii and everything. What's your name? I'm sorry.
Fran.
Fran what?
It was Ostroff.
Fran Ostroff. Yes, I remember you. I remember.
Sure you do.
You were the showgirl in Vegas, weren't
you? You used to wear the arrow where?
Over my head. He'd bring it to science class, and that's how we all made it through science.
So he was a wacko then from Waco, huh? Yeah. Yes, sir.
For Mr. Martin, how do you personally evaluate the success of your films? Is it by the box office take? And what has been your biggest gross movie?
You mean my grossest movie?
Your grossest movie, yeah.
I think the biggest movie I've had was Parenthood. And if the movie does well, then I evaluate it by the box office. If it does badly, I evaluate it artistically.
But you're hot, kid, and it must be nice.
Well, show business. You're hot one week, next week you're not.
Not quite in the film business. I mean, you've certainly, your batting average is, how shall
pretty
we
good.
say, very good. So you get lots of scripts and lots of respect, I assume, huh? In a town, as your film might suggest, that's not famous for being a teddy bear and cuddling you.
Well, it just really means that you get to walk all over people and crush them.
But you do get, I assume, more scripts to consider.
Oh, yeah, they keep coming.
Yes.
Steve, we loved you in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Thank you.
You plan on working any more with John Candy? You seem to fit well together.
I'd love to work with him again. It's just a matter of getting the right thing as usual.
Victoria, I wanted to ask you if you've ever been on the London stage or New York stage.
I have been on the London stage, on the Chicago stage most recently, at the Steppenwolf Theatre.
And Steve, I want to tell you I've never met a star that's as humble as you are. It's so great to see.
Well,
Thank you.
Only when I'm on the air. When we leave, I just push everybody out of the way. My favorite is put my hand on their face and push them aside.
Hi, I just want to tell Richard that I've seen a lot of your work and I think you're a wonderful actor.
Bless you. There's a large blank check on its way.
Sarah, Jessica, it's been called to my attention that your hair is significantly different than it is on Equal Justice or other things that you've done. Is this your fun do?
Yes, this is for you. No, this is just a hair dryer and a big round brush.
Yes. I like your hair, too.
Thank you. For Richard, when you were introduced, did you do clicking? And I wonder if you tried teaching that to any of the cast. Since you're from Africa?
I have, but
You should explain what that is, first of all.
what the clicking sound?
Yes.
That ah?
Yes.
The word, I mean, to say no in the language that I grew up with, to say no is to go ba ang nifuna. So you can try, and people spasticate, but I grew up with it, so it's easy.
Steve, I loved you in the nose. I wondered how you're doing with the tongue and clicking, if they were teaching you any.
No, I can do it a little bit. No.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Steve, I know you had no choice in the matter, but how did you...
Well, I don't know about that. You see, Sorry, what?
How did you feel about the change of ending in Little Shop of Horrors?
Oh, fine. You know, Little Shop of Horrors, I think the original ending is everyone dies. And, you know, when you have a movie come out where everyone dies, especially when it's a big budget movie, the studio doesn't like that so much. I can understand that. It's fine.
Steve, what's the favorite movie that you've done, and then what's your all-time favorite movie?
That I've done?
Yes. That you've been in.
Well, I guess you know, it'd be a toss-up now between L.A. Story and Roxanne, because I wrote them both, so I have a... You know, I have a special interest in them both. As far as a favorite movie for all time, I guess it would be a toss-up between L.A. Story and Roxanne. I just don't know.
You think you know Edmund Rostand after this undertaking?
Boy, do I, inside out.
And you're probably more impressed with his genius.
Fantastic. It was, to be able to, not rewrite, but adapt something like that, where you realize it is so perfectly constructed. It's thrilling for a writer to be inside that.
And we'll be back with the cast of L.A. Story in a moment.
This question is for Steve. You had mentioned that it'd be a pleasure again to work with John Candy. How do you go about finding the right thing? Do people approach you, or do you really spend a lot of time seeking out what you do?
It's complicated. Certain directors might have something that they have you in mind for. Something might come out of the blue. Usually it's always it's done through an agency. Otherwise, you just can't read everything. It's impossible. So it's a kind of a complicated process that's probably chancier than you would think, or more accidental.
This is for Victoria. Was that you playing the tuba?
That was me pretending to play the tuba.
She did take lessons, tuba lessons. Responsible actors will always, if they have to fake the piano, they'll take a couple of lessons. And then, of course, when they get there, they fake it. But
Marilu, have you ever been out of work? I mean, here you are. Here you are with Burt Reynolds in Evening Shade. And it looks like this is really going to be a hit. Something the networks are only desperate about now. And doing big features. And I'm a little short. Can you give me $20 till Friday?
Absolutely. Actually, I can give you a little bit more.
How long have you been in show business? I mean, this is
well, I've been in show business. Well, I've been a professional actress for for 18 years.
18 years.
18 years. So, yeah, I got my start real young.
So you know, I mean, did you ever have to eat the soup out of the can?
You know the truth? No. But see, I grew up in a very theatrical family. I mean, we thought we were theatrical. We had a dancing school in our backyard. We had a beauty shop in our kitchen, and my uncle taught art classes upstairs. And so because of this, I grew up thinking I was in show business my whole life. So this was just like a natural segue. And then when I was in high school, a friend of mine wrote the show Grease, so I started doing that, and that's how I got my start. I did the show professionally.
And you're Chicagoan?
Mm-hmm. I'm from Chicago.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, Steve, I'd like to know what your favorite color is, and if it's red, why is it red?
I want to know that, too. That was my next question.
What my favorite color is?
Yeah.
You're asking that because of my socks, my red socks. I always I don't know, it's my lucky red socks. I don't know. Of course, it didn't work out today, but yeah.
Steve, I'd like to ask you, what do you have planned for the near future? What are you working on now?
I'm going to do a picture with Larry Kasdan called Grand Canyon. It's kind of a serious film, and it's the underside of L.A. Story, kind of the dark side.
This is, to be sure, no comedy? Not a comedy?
It's not a comedy, no. But I have a small part, cameo, they call it.
Hi, this question's for Victoria. I wanted to know if Steve's always as funny at home as he is now.
I said I would be asked this question.
Well, tell him about the pajamas he wears to bed. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have any idea. He isn't, though. He's not a clown, is he? He doesn't walk around on his hands, does he?
Well, obviously he has a sense of humor. But it's not like living in Las Vegas.
Oh. Yes.
Hi, this is Richard. I was just wondering, like, you grew up in Swaziland and all that. What kind of childhood did you have? I mean, were you like the only white boy around the neighborhood or something? I mean, you know what I mean?
No, there were a few other white boys as well.
Oh, well, I didn't mean it like that.
I didn't have a bone through my nose or anything like that. But, you know, we had monkeys in the bottom of our garden. That is about as close as it got. But most of the wild animals in Africa everywhere are now in game parks.
Yes.
This is for Sarah. When you did Square Pegs, did you move out to Los Angeles to do that show? To become an actress, did you come out with that intention?
No, actually, I was hired out of New York City, so I came out. I guess I was 16. I just came out for the season to do the show, and naturally it was canceled, so I went back home. So I just lived here for the duration of the series.
This is a question for Marilu. Evening Shade is a terrific show. I really enjoy it, but I'm wondering, when are you going to have that baby?
Oh, you mean on the show?
Yes.
Oh, no, I'm not pregnant in real life, but I'm 7 months pregnant on the show. So during the sweeps week, for sure.
Oh, great. I'll watch.
Absolutely.
We'll be back in just a moment.
Steve Martin makes very, very creative and brilliantly humorous fun of your city in this movie. You're always ordering double cappuccino and all that stuff.
No, not my
with lemon, and, you know.
We're from Iowa.
Well, good.
I'd like to know how long it took you to write the movie, Steve.
Well, I've been working on it about 7 years, but not consistently. I'd pick it up, put it away, pick it up, put it away. I really worked on very seriously in the last year before the movie started.
Steve, I thought you were brilliant in All of Me. What's it like working with Lily Tomlin?
It's really fun. She's a great actress. She's got a great sense of humor, and you can be talking to her and 15 voices will suddenly come out. You know, it's really funny.
Sarah, you were in Annie, and I'd like to know if you'd like to sing in any other musicals, and if you had any funny mishaps that happened during Annie.
Oh, gosh. I don't remember any real funny anecdotes, but...
What did you play, by the way?
Oh, I played Annie.
Oh. Just so it wasn't Sandy.
I haven't sang for a while, but maybe one day. Only if I can do it really well.
Right. How old are you now? I assume you're young enough for me to ask.
I'm 25.
Huh. And you were... How old were you when you played Annie?
I was about 13.
The sun'll come out. You hate it, don't you? I mean,
Kidding.
you've heard the song enough, I'm sure.
Yes, and I actually like the song very much. I think it's a beautiful song.
I do, too. That's why I sing it on my show whenever I feel like it.
This is for Steve and Victoria. I would like to thank you, what you did for our troops over there. Thank you very much.
Oh, thanks.
This is for Mary. This is for Marilu. Are you married? Have a boyfriend? What's the story?
Yes. I got married 7 months ago in Rome. Just like Steve and Victoria got married.
Coincidence that you're 7 months pregnant on the show.
Yes, right.
Yes.
For Sarah Jessica, do you prefer comedy or drama?
Gosh, I don't know. I just, good work. I like being good. I like working on things I believe in.
Yes, yes, yes.
Phil, I loved you in The Jerk.
Talking to me?
Oh, that's Steve.
You said Phil, I love you.
Yeah. Yeah. Did he say I was a jerk? I mean, oh, boy, this is a long week for us here in L.A. This guy called me a jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And we'll be back with two gray heads in a moment.
7 or call 212-227-READ.
L.A. Play story opened to February 8th in neighborhood theaters starring Steve Martin and a whole bunch of other talented people. Only have 20 seconds. We're going to set a record. We're going to get more questions in this segment than ever before in the history of the show.
Victoria, you seem so serious. Have you always been attracted to funny men?
Up later tonight and tomorrow, Mary Tyler Moore will join us for a pair of programs leading up to what I'll call a landmark television event. There's a 90-minute special on CBS Monday night, February